Vikings would love nothing more than to finish out today's game with a second notch in that win column. It's the Titans going up against the Vikings. With that, we send you up to U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis as we hook up with our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that leads to a Minnesota first down.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that. Because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical. And that's what they did on the first play.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go now.
This is Crowell. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass. Now Glennon. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Glennon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack. Loss of yards on a running play, not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They needed 17, and they got 18. A defensive lapse there, and it's a first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective. I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he's he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So this will be the 9th play on this drive.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us, offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that. So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run, so when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey,
with the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with a football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Let's go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A big play that time for the Titans. 45 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And the Titans are going to have a first. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Here we go. Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That's good. I think he was probably more mad.
Take it right at the 35. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
You know, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. That one good for 21 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. and reading your keys. You always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it again with Crowell. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Back now, as I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play. Well, thank you. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Glennon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Glennon finding time. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go. Brand 38.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go. Brand 38.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So we reach halftime here with it. Yeah, that's perfect. 2, Davis, deep. I got to go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Gun. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit from behind. Taken down.
Oh, God.
And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Viking. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Here we go. Green.
Again, it's Crowell. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So this is the 2nd consecutive week, as you look at the numbers, that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
We got 3, fellas. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
I got 11. He's mine. Let him know. Set. 3-19. Right over there. Yeah.
Now Glennon. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 50 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Here we go now.
They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
He'll look to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
This is fielded at the goal line. And now the rookie's free. 30. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
He lost the football. Taking it right down Broadway. The 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tap.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Titans. Their dangerous wide receiver, 81 yards. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice session.
Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Green 39! Green 39!
Glennon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've started moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what do you get, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He'll look to set up his blockers. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Give them 22 on that one. And it'll give the Titans a 1st down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play. It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that a defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? But where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, there's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll look, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Jacob Shum now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player. The other, and they just lock people down.
The Minnesota defense, we watch them get set to roll. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game, where they've just given up points, got pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out. And the tip there altered the ball.
Backup's coming, and he's gone 8 for 10.
It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball thrown in the middle of the field is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, no matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Their big tight end, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown, now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Now Glennon. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
John Harbaugh.
Nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. A screen complete to Crowell. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll be a Minnesota first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
The only touchdown they scored.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Surveying the field. Now a desperate. He's got his man.
No way.
It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
That guy didn't even turn around
to
play the ball.
Receiver. His
and my safety was in perfect position.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
My guy.
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But
my guy,
this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Oh, and I also had a kickoff return for a touchdown called back.
Marching back out there, ready for the next possession. Here comes the Vikings defense. Yeah, this is an afternoon that they're going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And that's going to be hard for them to do, because they still have to go watch film. And so someone's going to point out all the errors. But you're exactly right. Can they set that aside and get themselves geared up for a better performance down the road?
Maybe some of them at least have dinner to look forward to with their families after this one.
I'll get dinner to look forward to.
Touchdown, Titans.
No, he just... I ran a counter.
Big play there.
And he just
71 yards. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Oh, of course.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
I know you.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense.
Why do you keep calling timeout?
That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down.
Hang on now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got time in the pocket. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
I may have a shot at some defensive some players of the week.
You probably get offensive player of the week with 4 rushing touchdowns. I don't see anyone else doing that. I wish they gave another special teams player.
And 100.
Team Grant definitely would have got it.
He had 120 yards on 10 attempts, 4 TDs.
Who'd you play?
Vikings.
The Vikings just, I don't know what happened this year to them. They're not the same team they were last year that went
Their
like
defense
12-4.
is slow. And
No, it's okay.
then,
Take it to your room.
let's see, Diggs, the guy that won Defensive Player of the Week last time, had another 4 sacks, a fumble recovery, and a forced fumble.
Look at you hacking with your defensive.
That's not even the guy that's the better one, but he's just getting... I found a formation that allows me to like do a formation sub and move him around to get him some one-on-one instead of getting double teamed up the middle. And that's definitely One new injury. Let's see how many weeks this is. Oh, only 15. That's not horrible. Oh, foot fracture. Compound foot fracture. Ugh. Ugh. I guess I can put him on the IR.
He could come back. No, never mind.
Yeah, 15 weeks would be 20 now. Okay. That's a bummer. Now I gotta get another quarterback.
Oh man, free agency special.
Why? Backup. That could be worse. I'll just steal someone off the practice squad. I'm gonna be that guy.
I think there's only like 5 quarterbacks on the practice squad. The best one's like a 66.
It's because the Patriots
I
had
think
like 6
best
kickers.
quarterback.
I don't even see one on the thing.
What's up, Phil?
Just watching
Yeah.
the Lions about to
Cole Lester, Robert Hill. Is he any good?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, the dude on my practice squad?
Mm-hmm.
He's like 60 overall, man. It's not very
63.
good.
Holding. Fantastic.
Of course.
Is it on Philip Suckup? It's always on Philip Suckup.
Of course it is. You should have left him on the practice squad.
No, it's on Ali Lee Steer, the
Oh, there you
superstar
go.
guard I drafted last year. 3rd and 15. You call him 3rd. It's called the Robert Hill Special.
Mm-hmm.
What? What is?
Corner strike.
Oh, I hate those my thing.
We
That's
got
what I
here.
do. Oh, no.
I'm gonna take the kid from
Should've
Boise
gone
State,
circle.
Seth Mace.
You would have gone circle on that one. It would have been a touchdown.
Well, we got the first down, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Oh, he bit on the. Alright. 52-yarder.
Fucking, I didn't know. Preston McAllister is 6'6", 226. He's a big dude.
Give Osweiler a run for his money. Give a Poppy. Good hit,
Ready
buddy.
up. Ooh, next week I might have game of the week, I'm thinking.
No, we gotta use a user game.
Oh, well, I played the 4-1 Jaguars and I'm 4-1.
Oh.
Yeah, Bruce Thompson and Hammond.
I played
play next
the
week.
Cowboys.
Yeah, but Hammond hasn't had a great start to the season.
Yeah.
Isn't there another
He won
user
last
game
week.
too?
Yeah, he's got one win
There's
all
2
season.
user
He's
games
1-5.
next week.
Who else plays next week?
Check for his user.
Oh yeah, Brett and Eckert. That's right.
Yeah,
That should be game of the week.
let's find out.
There you go, McDaniels.
Week 7. Oh, they don't put the records in there, so.
That was all. I don't know where Mariota was throwing that ball.
Oh, boost us. You are Monday Night Football against the Cowboys.
Oh man.
Broncos Bengals is Sunday night. Hill, you played Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Boff plays Carolina.
I don't know how much I the game yet this year.
Which is hilarious because that one, like 2 drafts ago, they had like 90 million picks.
Last year they were, I think, the top 2 in the division.
Yeah, they won the South last year.
Yeah. They were good.
So we're
They
just
were
waiting.
really good last year. And now they can't do shit. I'm just happy we got through the fucking Falcons last week.
With Matty Ice.
Yeah, shout out to Devonta Freeman not getting a rushing record. Derek Carr in the Kansas City Oakland game right now is 1 of 2 for 75 yards and 1 touchdown.
Sounds about right. Oh, I think I gotta get rid of Lindsey this offseason. He keeps getting beat, even though he, my starting center, he's 29 now, but he is, he's getting beat a lot, and he has a big contract coming up. Where's my? I just want to look at his contract. Next year, his contract jumps up to currently he's making $7 million. Next year, he's going to make $9 million, and the season after it's 11.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I did not do a good contract on him.
You were just trying to keep that solid player there for a couple of years.
I was.
Backloaded contracts.
Yeah.
Do you remember on, what was it was 15 or 16, you could choose either front load or back load contracts?
Yeah.
Oh my god, somebody tackle Abdullah.
I think my current problem is I think his signing bonuses. Total bonus is $7.65 million.
Jeez.
That was a mistake.
First quarter's done.
But I mean, I do have a shitload of cap, so it helps. And I only have 6 million cap penalties. I have 73 million. 73 million in cap.
That's crazy.
Well, it doesn't count. I mean, if you take, say you take 10 out for the rookie cap, there's 63.
Yeah, Jacker had like 65 million in cap. I can't believe it.
I mean, I have some big.
Well, it's because they draft so much. They have all these
young players. God, that dude that won Defensive Player of the Year last year, that right end, Baloney.
Yeah.
His contract is a fucking steal. He has 3 more years left, and he's getting $1 million a season with no bonus. Wow.
That's definitely a steal.
I think it must have been his rookie deal.
Yeah.
How's Mariota doing?
Not good. Not good.
He threw a terrible fucking interception.
Yeah, like he threw a lame duck, and McDaniels just pretty much stood in one spot, and it went right to him.
Yeah,
the receiver was in the same zip code.
Before he even threw the ball, his guy was out of bounds.
Hey man, that sounds like Mariota. I know he would like overthrow someone 4 yards in front of him by a country mile, and he's got like a 93 short. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Man, Lions can stop that run game.
Bad throw.
Preston McAllister came in relief and threw the quote-unquote perfect game.
Nice.
Which I'm assuming that just means he had the perfect quarterback rating.
158.3.
Probably.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, he's 158.3 for 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he was 10 of 12.
That's good. I don't think you do anything to worry about there in Tennessee.
No, I'll be alright with him. Just sucks because I'll probably have to draft another quarterback.
Well, how long?
15 weeks, Hill.
15?
Yes.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Why didn't you draft the quarterback? You got a superstar.
He's gonna regress this year.
Ooh,
Oh,
Josh
no.
Kittle. Is that Gordon?
That's Gordon. One
Yeah,
said 15
minutes
Eddie.
is crazy. Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. I was recording that whole time. Shitballs.